Hello and welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes. My candles. Hold on a minute. I am Natalie anyway. I'm an empath, intuitive card reader, and a visionary, and a bunch of other things. And I'm here this evening to do the mid-month reading for the sign of Gemini. My candle's not in there the way it should be. I knew I was forgetting something. And the reading covers the time period. I think did I just say it? I don't remember. I can't do two things at once. May 15th through to the 30th, 2018. All right, so let's get right into your shuffle. And I missed the first of the month because I had some medical issues. That's why. If I'm not here when I'm supposed to be here, that's usually why. I got nothing ready here. There we go. A little bit better until they fade. They're battery operated. I love them, but they fade. Batteries are dying. So we want to know what's up with this 5-card spread. What are we going to get here for the sign of Gemini for that time period, for this general free reading, which may or may not resonate with everybody. Okay? We want to know what's coming in their general overall energy for the last half of May, their finances, their heart, their home, their intimate love, their challenges for the rest of May, and their message from Spirit. Okay, I'm going to do one run, and then we're going to cut the deck. Cut, and then I'm going to consult with Pendulum. As this deck stands, of the top 5 cards, the cards that are meant for the 5-card spread for the sign of Gemini for the period of May 15th through to May 30th, 2018, are these the cards for the general reading for the sign of Gemini. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, you may stop. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I'm going to bring the camera down just enough so you guys see the layout. All right. Very first card, your overall energy is the 7 of Swords. That isn't looking too promising. Loss. Your second card, your finances and your wealth. Oh, come on. 5 of Swords. Conflict. Put them down here so you can see. Okay. Your hearth, your home, your love, your intimate life. We've got strength and stability. Your challenges for mid-May. 2 of Pentacles. Options. Your final card, card number 5, and your message from Spirit. Stay up there. Stay. Your message from Spirit. The 8 of Cups. Change. All right. There we go. Okay. Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Come on now. We're June. I'm sorry. I'm still stuck in May. Everybody's going to read 5 minutes into it. They're going to go, she's going for May. That's not May. It's June. Yes, it's June. You know what? I think I did that on the previous one too. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's because I'm behind on everything, right? Because I was ill. Anyway, this is for June. Oh, my goodness sakes. Sorry about that. I'm having trouble finding my feet with the readings here. Oh, my goodness. Take a few days off and look what happens. Anyways, with this card as well, the 7 of Swords, it's the Thief card of Tarot. Your intuition is telling you to not trust somebody or a situation. Don't. Listen to your gut instinct, okay? Your intuition. If people are coming to you with offers, or there's opportunities being laid at your feet, and somebody's doing this, telling you all about it, stop them. Say, no, I'll find out for myself. Do your own fact checking. All right. Look for the details for yourself. Don't count on somebody else, because they may lead you in another direction. And right now, those energies there's just some weakness in there between yourself and whoever's on the other side of these things that are coming at you, opportunities, chances to jump on things like this with jobs, relationships, whatever it is. Be careful. Take one step at a time. Be responsible for your own self. Don't blame other people after the fact. You can only blame yourself. Stay away from negative people at this time as well, because there's a form of stealing going on there. They're stealing your attention. They're stealing and monopolizing your time. Some of these people, for some of you, will be just the type of people that it's just the way they are. They suck the energy right out of you. They're draining. Every time you walk away, you feel like battle worn almost, that they've taken the best of you. There's nothing left for yourself or anybody else. Try to pull yourself away from people like that. They're not really serving a very good purpose in your life, other than they like to hear themselves talk. So as I said earlier, use the Whiffam theory, and be on your guard. Keep your guard up until this between the 15th and the 30th of June. So yeah, so just and don't let insecurities, feelings and fears of insecurity start creeping in either, just because things aren't going all that well, maybe for some of you, for the next couple of weeks. Don't let that define your life and who you are. I know it feels like that in the moment, if you're going through a rough patch especially, but it doesn't define who you are as a person. It defines really how your attitude and your outlook is, and maybe we all need a little adjustment there from time to time, do we not? I think that we do, just to be fair. So yes, and become very protective of the things that are around you, your possessions, your job. For some of you, your mate, a little more protective. So the next card we have here, Five of Swords and conflict is what we're looking at here. So, excuse me, I must be getting a cold. I hope not. That'd be the next thing to knock me down. I don't handle colds real well. Anyways, for when this card shows up here, we're looking at arguments. We're looking at conflict of interest, I'm hearing for some of you. You just want to do something. You want to get the job started. You want to start seeing an improvement in your financial world. You just want to get started. And oh my God, it just seems there's one block after the flipping other. I'm feeling the level of frustration from this for you, Gemini. God love you for trying. You don't give up. You're not about to give up. It doesn't make logical sense for you to give up, does it? No. Giving up, you let the blocks, you let the negativity win. You give it energy. You give it more power. You don't want to do that. As tired and battle-worn as this can leave you feeling, especially if you're dealing with another human or human beings, more than one, trying to get something going here. And it's just, it seemed such a, it's like the other theory, oh my gosh, my brain. The kiss theory. Let's keep it simple, stupid. That's what you feel like saying to people. This is not hard. This is not brain surgery. It's not rocket science. It's not even physics. It's not even close. This is something simple. This is a clean plan that you have put together, and everybody else is just throwing in blocks, and it's very frustrating. You got to take a deep breath, Gemini. Tell yourself, why am I surrounded by people that are dumber than a bag of rocks, right? It happens. You can love them, but don't excuse, right? These are lessons learned. You'll know who not to be so quick to deal with in the future. You'll say never again to some people. I'll never deal with these people again. I had no idea. So there's disappointment there for you, making you feel again really, really, really tired. For somebody else out there, there's been a backstabbing going on, you know what I mean, metaphorically, not literally, just metaphorically. Right in here. There's been some, somebody's been hurt here, or you're going to be hurt in the last 2 weeks. Being betrayed. This could be a friend. This could be a coworker. Yes, it could be a romantic interest. Could be a family member. There's somebody that's feeling a lot of jealousy for some reason over you, Gemini. They've been devious. As I said, they've been backstabbing, talking behind your back, not good at all, have nothing good to say about you, and trying to spread the word as much as they can. Of course, that stuff comes full circle. It comes right back to you, right? And you have to take it to the source, and you have to deal with that. This person you thought was somebody that you could trust. There's the kicker with this card. And as far as financial goes, you're doing better than you were, and they're not liking it. They're jealous. They feel like you're in a different position. Maybe you've been brought up into a new tax bracket, which almost puts you in a different class in the social world. And somebody's not liking it. They're feeling like, oh yeah, they're going to think they're better than me now because of this. You may be moving into an up and coming neighborhood. You know, your whole life changes when your income changes, if it's drastic, right? So that could be going, but it's all coming from jealousy and power. You may experience, for some of you, some communication problems within your family units as well. And some of you are going to go through one of those phases I talk about from time to time, and it's like no matter who you're talking with, no matter who you're with, no matter where you're at, nobody's hearing you. It's almost like you feel invisible. And especially within the family structure, you're feeling like, I guess my opinion doesn't count for anything. You're feeling very offhanded, very insulted, hurt more than anything, and say, what the hell is going on? I go to work, and everybody, it's like nobody hears me. It's like I'm a ghost. Nobody hears me. And then I go home. It's the same thing. Even going to my corner store to get bread and milk on the way home. I'm standing there clearing my throat going, ahem, because nobody even seen me walk in. I wonder if I could walk out with an armload of free food. It's just those weird energies, they happen. It's like everywhere you go, it's like, excuse me, it's like you're a ghost. And you feel like you're being unfairly ignored, overruled, judged. When people do notice you, it's not good, you know. And you're almost feeling like, well, maybe if I just turned into a badass here, people will notice that quick enough. Maybe I'm too much of a mouse. Maybe you got to learn to speak louder and be a little more assertive, and maybe you do. Maybe some of you do, Gemini. All right? One thing about all of this, when people don't see you and they don't hear you, they end up letting their guard down. If they don't think they're being watched or observed, people will let their guard down. If they think they're all alone, if they think nobody's around that knows them, and maybe they're talking to a stranger and they'll be filling that other person that doesn't know them, the stranger's head with bull crap. And people that maybe, you know, that do know, if you're being quiet, you're going to see someone's true colors. That's what I'm hearing for some of you right there. Here's the thing. There's going to be some uncovering going on. There's some truth that's going to come out into the open that you weren't aware of before. That's going to happen for somebody as well. Advice to this card is to, there's no need for you to be aggressive, even though somebody's being aggressive to you. Don't follow that. You always be your own original person. And you can respond assertively. You can be assertive by body language, spreading your feet apart. You don't have to open your mouth when you do that. It just says, I'm not going anywhere. You're not moving me. You're not budging me. You're not changing my mind. You're not scaring me away. Stand your ground. Do be assertive without being aggressive. And being assertive is any day better than retreating. Don't do that, because it shows, you know what, you'll have more trouble down the road if you do that. People see that as a sign of weakness. You know, you're easily taken and influenced. So your keywords for this card are opposition and arguments, some shame, some bullying, unfairness, feelings of loss. But there's the final word on this card, okay? It's resilience. Even any mistakes that you make, as far as your financial sector goes, you'll be able to recoup them because you are resilient. There's the thing. You're only human. So if you find out you're having these troubles like this, sure, you're going to feel them. You're going to stop for a minute, you know. But there you go. That's not that bad of a card. I know there's swords, but it shows a lot on your mind for the beginning of the last 2 weeks, Gemini. In Gemini, you have an inquisitive mind. Geminis are people they like physics, and they're kind of nerdy sometimes. Not all of you. I'm just saying the few that I know of are that way. I know the same kind of people are the other signs as well, but we're talking about Gemini here. So curious and inquisitive. You like learning new things. But anyways, in your hearth, your home, in your financial sector, we're looking at strength and stability here. Strength and stability. It's one of my top favorite cards. I really like this card a lot. Again, this card, let's see, this card also covered problems within the family unit, like you were being, overruled at home and not heard. This card kind of continues that. And just this card backs up what I just said to you, to stand your ground. All right? I mean, look what he's doing. Fishing nets are all made out of like nylon. Well, they used to be, right? Nylon threading. You try to rip anything with your bare hands as nylon, it'll cut right into your skin. And look at him. He's not letting that stop him at all. He's freeing all the fish. He's making a change. He's making a difference. So this is a great thing. But the card is telling you, for you to, no matter what comes up here within the family, this is family, or these are people that have been part of your life, your whole life, sorry. You need to stand firm on some issues with all due respect. That's what you keep saying in your head to anybody. I'm going to stand firm on this. I'm not changing my mind. I'm like locked in on this with all due respect. It's showing that I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I don't want upset and upheaval and chaos, but I'm not going to change. Somebody may be wanting you to kind of fix numbers. Fix the numbers is what I'm hearing. It's an untruth. You know, because I see numbers on paperwork, and somebody going back over the numbers and changing like a 2 to an 8. And they're changing the number, and they want you to do that, and you're not doing that. You're like, no, you're going to take the higher moral ground is what you're going to do. You're going to stick to your guns on this. They're not going to like it. Oh, they're really not going to like it. For some reason, it's you that has to do it. You're saying, no, not doing that. Good for you. That's what I'm hearing is good for you. Don't even panic when it starts to go down. Don't panic. Oh, it's going to be an awfully uncomfortable position for you to be in. You're going to be cringing with the awkwardness and the how uncomfortable the whole atmosphere is going to feel like when this goes down, because they're going to be talking to you like they just assumed you're going to go right along with this. They didn't even question it, and you're full of dread, going, oh my goodness, no way, no. So you're sticking to your guns, but this is a really awkward situation for you. This card is actually, you know what the overall message of this card is? Your own strength of character, finding out your own strength of character, your own morals. Will you go, the extra mile to do the right thing? I think you will. I should think so. Your keywords here are courage and patience, endurance, risk, balance, opposition. And sometimes this card, for somebody out there, means the literal return of physical strength after an illness or an accident. You've been recuperating, return of physical vitality, mental vitality, and emotional vitality. So there you go, for whoever that is meant for. We're looking at here now your challenges for this month, and we've got the Two of Pentacles, and we're looking at options here. Okay, this card, well, it literally means what it's called. It's two of which is sometimes a union and a gathering, togetherness. That could be the joining of a union. It can mean a partnership, because it's twos. Anything that twos apply to, this card can lay on. In this one particular, we're looking at, you're considering some options that you have in front of you, and I'm feeling it's a very good thing. So what's your problem? You're not taking any action, is what the problem is. This is your challenges, all right, for the last half of June. In a way, for some of you, that's good, because some of you are going, oh, I'm not taking actions right now because I need to go over this. Either paperwork, I need to go over this information, I need to go over this in my head, I need to go over this in my heart. You're thinking out, you're looking at each option here, at the bigger picture. You're not so much looking at the journey from A to C. You're kind of ignoring the B, but you're looking at the bigger picture, and maybe that'll work for you. You just want to see what your options truly are before you take any real actions. You're looking at all avenues before you make any decisions or grab anything. This could have to do with jobs. This could have to do with places to study. This could be thinking about buying a brand new home, moving into a new home. This could be about traveling as well. That's another thing. It's a brilliant card for those kind of things. And you've got two choices in almost every department for some of you. Demands are going to be probably made on your money the last couple of weeks. You may find yourself juggling your financial books a little bit to balance everything out you're hoping for. Fingers crossed. The advice of this card, pay attention to details. Pay attention to money contracts and details as well. Any offers as well that are coming your way. You got to be responsible for your own choices and actions. Then you need to be responsible for fact finding and backing everything up and seeing with your own eyes what is true, what is hearsay, this kind of a situation. You're looking at the long term at this time, and if not, you need to be, rather than the short term. This is really strong off this card. So you have some things ahead of you in the last 2 weeks of June. Your keywords or choices, big picture, property, jobs, travel, moving, and overall searching again, once again, Gemini, for the balance in your life. You will find it, but you have to work for it. You have to look for it. Your final words in this 5-card reading, Gemini, the 8 of Cups. It's all about change, baby. It's all about change. A lot of changes come up for everybody here. This is crazy. I mean, May was rocky for a lot of people. May was insane. Like, it was all over the board. It was like a flipping June bug. You can never predict when them little, I hate them. You can never predict which way they're going to fly. They fly erratically. And that's what life was like for a lot of people for the month of May. It was erratic. There was stuff coming out of left field, and it was like getting sucker punched. You never seen things coming. They were just coming. And we're, halfway through June. The first part of June, I haven't heard a lot of people complaining. But there's some shifts and changes going on here. I can tell you that, Gemini, for a lot of the signs so far, what I'm seeing. I hope that changes as I proceed along with these readings. But for you, yeah, you definitely fit into that block. For some of you, you're thinking about leaving your job, leaving your family, leaving your home, leaving your town, your village, leaving your way of life behind, leaving your beliefs, the way you think. Changes like this. We're talking huge changes like this. I'm hearing somebody's leaving a church, that kind of thing, leaving groups. But there's emotionality As we're looking at hearts here, right? We're looking at, there's emotional attachment to all these things for some of you. This isn't for everybody. Remember, it's a general reading. But for some of you do walk that higher moral ground, and you need to do what's right, and you need to honor the truth, whatever your truth is. If for some of you that truth in the last 2 weeks, you were seriously thinking about leaving, that's a big thing. Saying a very quiet goodbye. You've already been making preparations. For some of you that are going through this right now, you've been making preparations for a while. So there's not going to be any big dramatic scenes when people leave. It's going to be very quiet. Very, very quiet when you leave. Not everybody's happy about it. Some people are going to miss you. You're going to miss them. But you're leaving somewhere. But you're ready for this change. For some of you, you're ready for this. You're looking forward to this. It seems the more better the opportunity we see in front of us, that we're going to take advantage of it. It means the deeper the ties will be cut that are behind us. For some reason, those two things go together. It's harder to say goodbye because this is so important. It's like being split in half. Half of you doesn't want to leave, but the other half is so excited it can't wait. It just wants to get started. So that's going on for somebody. For some of you, these changes could be a little on the smaller side. You're looking for a change of scenery. There could be some trips away, weekend trips, short vacations, this kind of thing that you'll enjoy very much, and you'll revive and feel refreshed. It'd be the best medicine you could give to yourself. The advice of this card is pretty simple. It's to follow your heart and to go forward. Your keywords are endings and departures, journeys, transitions, and changes. That was your message from Spirit. All right, so that was your reading. I hope you guys got something out of this reading. I'm sorry about the bloopers there, me messing up. I bet you I got to go back and fix the other videos there from May to June. Oh, my God. I hope I didn't. I just hope I had a brain fart here with you guys. That's all. Anyways, I hope you did like the reading. I hope you took something from it. And most of all, I hope it gave you guidance, a little bit of wisdom from Tarot and Spirit, the guides. And thank you all for being here. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future videos when I'm around. Anyways, and thank you for your thumbs up, thumbs down, your shares, your likes, your comments. Love them all, good or bad. The bad ones, my trigger finger gets itchy. That's all. Bend a problem. Move on. So I do offer the service of private personal readings, and if you think you might want one, look down below in the Show More section, open it, read through, grab my email, ship it off. I'll do my best to get you taken care of as soon as I can. And if you like us here, you might like us even on the sometimes hated Facebook. Anyways, you can join us there under groups, Bay of Fundy Fortunes. It's closed, it's private, full of like-minded individuals like you and like me. Please join us there. Everybody else, if you're looking for me, if you don't find me here in my spot in Bay of Fundy Fortunes, you'll find me walking down below on the beach, in the cove, along the waters that carry in the highest, mightiest tides on the whole planet, the beautiful and the bountiful Bay of Fundy. And wherever you find me, chances are I've always got one eye waiting on the next high tide. Keep the peace in so you can share that love and that light out and smile at a stranger today. You can make somebody's day. Goodbye for now, and I hope to see you all back here July. Sorry about that. I just had to check the calendar. I accidentally shut the camera off. It's going to be a couple of readings in before I find my feed here, I think. I'm very sorry about that. Anyways, your very first card is a Seven of Swords. We're looking at some kind of a loss here for some of you. So, not a good way to start the reading. If anything, it gives you a heads up. For those of you that say, well, I haven't gone through any losses, just don't. Stay positive, of course, right? Right off the get-go, stay positive. Have a heads up for anything that might be amiss. Something you might be suspicious of. Some of you that are, suspicious of somebody or a situation or a happening or something that's going down, you will have your suspicions validated. If there's somebody that you thought, I don't feel like I could really trust that person, I'm hearing work-related, on the job, watch out for people at work. For the dragons that are trying to claw their way to the top, and they'll step all over you just to get there. Watch out for people like that as well. Keep all your worldly possessions, the things that mean something to you, be extra protective. Take extra measures. What do you want, buddy? Doors are open. You can go out. No, you go on out. You're not having the last word. Shh. Quiet. You hear that? The stuff I got to put up with these fur balls running me, I tell you. With this card, when it comes to, if you're not sure you can trust somebody, use the Whiffam theory in reverse. We would normally use that for ourselves. What's in it for me? Ask yourself, what's in it for them? Really, excuse me. But be on your guard. That's one of the messages coming off of this card here. Keywords for this card are theft and negative people, right? Insecurity, mistrust, protection. Again, one moment, I'm sorry.